Hey everybody, welcome back. Neck here with Pointshop Pro. This is episode number 5, you guys. These episodes are moving right along. I can't believe how fast it's going, honestly. I know I said my next episode was going to be a mod pack, and I still plan to do a mod pack, but I ended up getting a lot done here. So I thought I would go ahead and do another episode of Pointshop Pro, and I'm going to keep looking for a mod pack that would be fun to do. If any of you guys have any suggestions of what would be a good mod pack to try, definitely let me know. Write it down in the comments. Yeah, like I said on the last episode, I am so far behind on mods. I'm not sure what the good ones are. I looked for a little bit, and there was one, Mystical Village 2, that looked pretty interesting to me. That's probably at the top of the list at the moment for ones that I'd like to try. And then there was also a Mad Pack 4 or something like that. That's another one I was thinking about trying that looked pretty interesting. So if you know of any better ones, or you know of anything that would be cool to try, definitely let me know, because I definitely feel like playing some modded Minecraft. And yeah, as you guys can see, I've been working on the terrain. It's definitely not done, but it is definitely a lot further than where I left it last time. I haven't worked much behind here, but so the idea is this is going to be a gigantic floating island, okay? And this was a happy place. This was a magical place, a place of good magic, fairies, and oh, it's a happy fairy tale, mystical, magical place. Until the evil mage moved in, and then he started practicing dark, evil magic, and it's corrupting this beautiful floating island, and it is turning into an awful place thanks to his dark magic, ruining everything. And yeah, as you can see, I tried making a spooky tree. I don't know, that might be too cartoony, but that's the first thing that came to my mind. It almost looks like Scooby-Doo, like it belongs on Scooby-Doo or something. But yeah, so that's my spooky tree for now. I got rid of that big happy green tree, and all of the ground around the mage tower is corrupted, and it's spreading out. Luckily, this area hasn't been affected yet. Still a beautiful island, and I've even got some wildlife over here. We got some sheep. I hit a sheep spawner under here. But yeah, so far I'm pretty happy with it, you guys. I think it looks pretty cool. And and of course, right, like I said last time, the secret entrance is always behind the waterfall. So I've already got plans here for a secret behind the waterfall cave, and this is just going to kind of come down like this to a floating island. So I think it's going to look pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any ideas or anything. I also want to make maybe some old abandoned structures, some old fairy houses, or I don't know what yet. But I want to show that this was a happy, magical place, and this evil mage took it over to use its magical powers for evil. The next thing I wanted to show you guys is up over here. I went ahead and I built my villager grinder. For those of you that don't know, I designed this last season on 0 to Hero, and I never really got a chance to take advantage of it because it was a little too late in the season. But this season, I am moving right along. This is only week 2, you guys, and my payout is already, look at that, 1.6, almost $1.7 million. That's pretty good, and it's going up fast now. It's going up really fast. But yeah, so I've got my villager grinder up here. I don't have it loaded with any spawners or anything yet, and I've got my blaze grinder up there. It's also not loaded yet, but I've got everything built and ready to go. And I was using my schematic for this, and I noticed there's a couple of inconsistencies, I guess, with the schematic when I was printing it. Last time I forgot to put on these caps on a couple. It's no big deal, nothing that'll break it. But yeah, just while you're building yours, and the redstone was definitely giving me a hard time with Schematica. You might want to just do the redstone yourself. That's what I ended up doing. I didn't have Schematica do that. I just placed it in by hand because it was having a real hard time. For those of you that didn't see this last season, I'll go ahead and put a link to that episode where I went over this and how it worked and why I designed it the way I did in the description. And I'll also put a link in the video right now. So if you want to check that out, feel free to check that out. And there is one other thing I've got done, you guys. That is pretty awesome. And I haven't tested it yet. And this is going to be the next thing I am going to test. This is actually why I started recording at the moment. In my comments on the last video, King Worsen, I believe it was, said I should try double piston extenders on the rabbit spawner. So I was already kind of planning on doing that anyway. So I've set up a similar test. Over here we did this test with just the one strip of grass. Here we've got 2 strips. So this increased the spawning area by quite a bit. Really all we're missing right now for a good rabbit farm would be just these few little spots. So I'm sure our rates are going to go down a little bit probably, but it might not be so bad. So I'm going to test this for an hour. Let me go ahead and turn this on right now so you guys can see how it works. I'm going to test this. So every few, like I think it's like every 8 or 9 seconds, these will go in and push everything off. So I'm going to let this run for an hour. I'll AFK up here, and down at the bottom here, I have got, oh, laggy. Down at the bottom here, I have got a tier 2 hopper going into this chest. Before I start the timer, I'm going to clear out this chest, and I will come up here. I'm the one that's going to AFK, so it won't turn on until I get within range of the spawner. So I will clear this out, go up there, start the timer, and let this run for an hour, and we'll compare the results to that one and to the full spawnable area. So that is what I'm going to do now, and as soon as I get some results, I will let you guys know. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, we're coming up on a half hour here. 30 minutes is almost up. Instead of an hour, I'm just going to do a half hour, and we'll double it because there's actually quite a few things I'd like to test today, and I don't have time to do an hour each. So we'll just go ahead and do a half hour, and we'll double it. I think that'll be close enough. Let's see here. We want to go away. As long as we get away from this spawner, I think that's probably going to be the last spawn right there. And let's get out of spawn range. And there we have it. Okay, so that is the end of that test. And let's take a look and see what... that's a half hour. That actually looks pretty good for a half hour. Let's go ahead and sell that and let's see what we get. So 7,000... Right, well that's nice. That's easy math. So that would be 14,000 for an entire hour. So with double piston extenders, I mean we're getting within range, but I still don't think it's going to be worth it, especially when you consider we're looking at 41,000 per hour for a villager, and we're only at 14 per rabbit. So let's see here. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Let's do shop. And I believe rabbits are a little over half, right? 3,400. Villagers are 6,100. Did you catch that? I said 1,000. It's million. My bad. I'm sorry, guys. Back to the episode. So yeah, rabbits are a little over half, but say we even doubled that, right? That would be 28,000. That's still not great. We're only looking at a little over half of the income. So, I mean, if you're making so much money that it doesn't matter what you spend and you're just looking for a way to make your hoppers collect more. I mean, silverfish get 36,000 an hour, right? So if you've got that kind of money to spend, then this might be the better way, because this is nice and easy. These can spawn in the air. You have to drop them 11 blocks. But I'm not done with rabbits yet. So that one, we need to write that down somewhere. Let's see here. We need a fence or a sign. My bad. Let's get a couple, and we will put here. Let's I guess let's just keep going this way. We will put a double, and we will put like a 9-sec delay. Whoops, that doesn't fit. 9-second delay, and that was 14K per hour. Okay. The next thing I want to do is a double piston extender with a longer delay. So in other words, they'll have more time to spawn, and I'm not sure if they spawn faster once a rabbit has already spawned. They might spawn faster because then I don't know if the spawner doesn't have to look for a spawning area if there's already a group to spawn to. So that's the next test. And I guess I never did explain this to you guys. I know you can make timers a lot easier and easier to adjust with hoppers. But my goal here is I don't want to use any of our hopper limit on a timer. So I'm making a timer with no hoppers, and that's the reason I did this. I guess I should explain that. Because when I adjust this, it's going to look ridiculous. It's going to be twice as big. I guess I'll just come out this way and I'll make it about twice as big. And we'll test it again for another half hour with twice the delay. And then after that, I'm going to set up I think I'll set up a triple piston extender with a single hole in the middle and see what we can do with that. So first thing first, I'm going to adjust this, make this timer a little bit longer, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I have this all set up now. I a little more than doubled the length of it, and I timed it actually, and in between sweeps is 24:23. You can see it on the timer there. So 24.5 seconds in between pistons firing. So that gives it almost a half a minute. I think we are all ready. Let me reset this timer. And I am going to start this up and then get within range. I'd kind of like to time it right after that thing fires to give it a good shot at the first spawn. And let me see, how long has it been since... Okay, and ground items and entities were just cleared not too long ago. So that works out great. So let's watch for those to fire off here. As soon as those fire off, then I'll go up and start the timer. There they go, right there. Okay, so this is a good time. I'm going to come up here, get within spawnable range, and I'm going to start this timer up. Okay, I'm going to let this go for a half hour, you guys, and we'll be right back with the results. Okay, you guys, we're coming up on 30 minutes with the extended timer. You know, I don't know that there's going to be much of a difference. I saw the stack get up to 2 a couple of times, but I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. There's 30 minutes up right now. So let's go ahead and let's take a look before we sell it. Ooh, it's not looking great. Let's see what we get. Oh, a little improvement. I don't know that that would really count because, I mean, we had some variation over here anyway. But I guess we'll go ahead and put that. That was 7,700, so that is 54. So let's go double... What was this, 24-second delay, I think? Delay. And 7.7, so that would be 15.4K per hour. And it's still not looking great. Even if we doubled that and compared it to the villagers are getting 30, that would be 30.8 versus the 46 or whatever the villagers get. Where are they at? There we go. The 41, I guess. So, I mean, it's getting closer, but still, I don't know. Honestly, what it's looking like to me, what I'm thinking anyway, rabbits are most likely going to be a good way to supplement or to go along with villagers. So, say for instance, you found that magical number. I wish I had a void chest. I'm going to have to buy one. Say you found that magical number that a minion can take out without having overflow in your void chest, right? You're not using up any of your hopper limit there. So that's a great way to supplement your villager income. But I don't know that this is going to be a great way to beat it. The next test I want to run, well, there's actually a few things we could test also. I'd also like to test the placement, right? The spawner placement. Like, does placing it lower affect the rates at all? Placing it up one, I don't even know, can they spawn if you place it up one? Hopefully, because the next test I wanted to run, let me turn this off so it doesn't push me in. Let's turn that off. And the next test I was wanting to run was a triple piston extender, but the way I would do that would be quite a bit different. The way I pictured doing that would be we would fill in all along here like this, and we would just leave one spot open in the middle and just have a whole row of triple piston extenders pushing everything in on both sides into that. And then we could just line our spawners up here. But in order to do that, I need to test to see if spawners will even spawn up one spot, which is what we need. I think they will, but let's go ahead and test that first and make sure before I go through all the trouble of figuring out a build for triple piston extenders. Yeah, silk. I'm gonna make sure I don't destroy this. Kind of stinks though, because I'm going to have to use more mob coins. So let's move it up one. We need to get rid of these guys. Get down in there. There we go. Okay, and let's go. Well, actually, we don't have to level that up yet. Let's make sure it works first. Let's make sure we get some spawns. Okay, you guys, we did get a spawn. So that means it is spawnable. And it was actually just 1 second after I gave up on it. It did spawn. So I'm going to go ahead and level this up to... Ooh, actually, I'm not going to do that yet because I may need to move this. Well, this will work. If I have to, I'll get rid of that thing over there. Let's go ahead and level this up to level 3. And I am curious. Oh, look at that. It's already up to 2. I am curious about this also. Do you get faster spawn rates when they're just piling on to a spawn? Like, I don't know how this. I wish I could see the code for the spawning algorithm. See, look at that. That's pretty. That seems pretty fast. That was 3 within just a few seconds. I'm thinking the row with the triple piston extender is worth a shot. Yeah, I'm going to try that next, you guys. I'm going to figure out how to make that, and we'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I am back, and I got to say, this got complicated. Not only that, but watch this rabbit here. There is an issue with this method. Look at that. I don't know what's going on. There's nothing here. It should fall through. I don't know if it's because it's lining up with this. Let's move it over to see if that lets it fall now. No. What in the world is going on? That was strange, you guys. I thought this would be simple because I thought I could use slime blocks, right? Then I would just really need 1 triple piston extender every now and then that could then push slime blocks that would be connected to glass blocks, and that would be nice and simple. But, well, let me show you guys here. Let me see. Let's just do it right here. We will just pile up here a little bit, I guess, like this. This will work. And if we take a slime block, well, first of all, let me put a lever on here. I don't know. This must be a server thing. Works just fine. Put a slime block on there. It won't move it. I'm guessing the server probably did this to prevent flying machines, maybe? Or prevent lag. I'm not really sure why. Well, it's just immovable now. So slime blocks cannot be used, and that made it way more complicated. I'll show you. I can tell you right off the bat, though, that this is totally not worth it. I knew it about halfway in that it wasn't going to be worth it. I don't know why that's there. We don't need that. But actually, let me get rid of some of these extras. I just made a big pad because I didn't know exactly what I was going to do. There we go. Okay. I don't know why. I always like to get rid of all these extra blocks. Okay. So, yeah, here it is. And the reason I say it... and then you get this going on. Why won't you fall down? What are you doing? Look at that. So this totally is not worth it, you guys. If anything, do the double piston extender. Double piston extender. That's the words that I was looking for. Do that I showed earlier, because this has a lot of issues and it's super complicated. And every now and then with server lag, you get this issue right here. It will fix itself. Then on top of that, the spawnable locations don't even really increase that much. If we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 times 2, that's 36. This is the double piston extender spawnable areas. And here we get, let's see here, 7 and 7, that's 14, plus another 14, that's 28, 29, 31, 32, 33, 34, plus another 6, that would be 40. So all you're gaining is 2 spawnable locations, right? Is that right? 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 36. So wait, you're losing? Wait, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 18 is 36. So you're losing spawnable locations. Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's a row of 7. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of those rows. That would be 28 plus 12. Yeah, that's 40. So you are losing spawnable locations over here. The one benefit is if they did fall down here reliably, then it would be nice to have them all falling down one little spot like this, because that would be super nice to catch them in a water stream, and you could take them wherever you wanted, which would be super, super cool. But it just totally does not work right. And then you got to deal with this stuff too. Yeah, I mean, maybe somebody could come up with a better way of doing it. This is definitely not the best. But yeah, I would say definitely stick with the double piston extender. And honestly, I would say I wouldn't even worry about that. I would use your villagers. I would use hoppers on villagers. And once that is at its max, if you can reach that max, then I would say start buying void chests and minions and just start supplementing your villagers with the rabbits using minions and void chests. Or the other option would be just to go for the more expensive, the less efficient, what are they? Silverfish, because they weren't awful. Silverfish, they were getting 36,580 an hour. Right, so that's not awful. That was pretty close, but that's only 2,814 per hour per money spent. But once you have villagers maxed out, you're making so much money. If you have an efficient farm and you have it maxed out where your hoppers can't collect anymore, you got a lot of money. You might as well just go for the silverfish. That's what I would do. And a silverfish farm would be so simple. You just drop them 12 blocks. Collect those drops, and you are good to go. That would be a super simple one. So I think I'm done messing around with rabbits, you guys. If any of you guys have come up with a good design for a rabbit farm, let me know. I'd like to check it out if I could, because I am stumped. I cannot think of a better way. This is definitely not a good way. So the triple piston extender, and then it keeps getting that with server lag. I don't know what is going on here. But anyway, if you must do a rabbit farm, I would say use minions and void chests. Or if you don't have enough minions, use the double piston extender. That was definitely the best results, and that got us, what was it, 15? I think it was 15,400 per hour per. Yeah, 15.4. So double that for about the price of a villager. That would be 30.8. So I can't say I'm not going to mess with them. If I max out my villagers, then I'm going to make little spots like this with the rabbits, and I will get some void chests for my minions, and I'll just start collecting minions and void chests, and I'll do it that way. And I do plan on doing that later, find that magic number, how many rabbits you can have before it overflows a void chest. But yeah, that is all for the rabbit testing, you guys. And honestly, my brain is so spent from doing this. I don't remember if there was anything else I wanted to go over. But I think that's all for today. Yeah, I guess I'll do it over here. Let's come over here by our cool, spooky area. Let's see, how's this look right here? Oh, it looks pretty good. Look at that. This has been Bully Neck. Whoa. This has been Bully Neck with Pointshop Pro. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, maybe leave me a like. If you're new to the channel and you like the video, maybe consider subscribing. But yeah, thank you guys so much, all of you that have subscribed. I'm getting really close to that 50 subscriber number, which is pretty awesome. That's the first goal that I had, and that is pretty cool that I'm at 46 at the moment, only 4 away. So that is super cool, you guys. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys watching my videos, and I love making the videos. And yeah, keep playing, keep having fun. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.